Reflection for the Cathedral e-Bulletin for Epiphany 3, Sunday the 26th of January 2025. For those who are brought up with or indeed prefer the game of rugby football, invented at the said public school, please still read on or listen. For myself, brought up with the loyal family allegiance, support of Blackburn Rovers Football Club remains paramount, continuing through my son Oliver, though he's never lived anywhere near the northwest of England. So it's clearly in the blood. Beyond the pulling of the ancestral heartstrings, I do love football, or the game of soccer, if you prefer, which I followed all my life and indeed managed a youth outreach team in my Salford days. Pendleton Rovers, of course. Perhaps it's because deep down in me there are many parallels with our faith, believing as we do in death and resurrection, pain of defeat, failure and relegation, hope that springs eternal, the triumph of the underdog surprised by joy, loyalty no matter how tough the sequence of results, and much more. But the one for this moment, with this Sunday's epistle, 1 Corinthians 12, verses 12 to 31 in mind, is the charism of leadership. The fragility of tenure for any football manager is probably worse than any other walk of life. But the many current managerial merry-go-rounds evidence the fact that those born to lead in that role can often succeed when their lot is recast in another heritage, to paraphrase the words of the psalmist. The chemistry between manager or head coach and the squad players can achieve remarkable results, and even when the going gets tough, as newly promoted Ipswich Town are sadly finding, where belief in the manager and the wisdom of those who hired him in the first place is unlikely to precipitate his demise, for now at least. The moment a football manager's days are numbered are when it becomes clear that he has, as they say, lost the dressing room. In other words, the players no longer feel inspired to give of their best, run the extra mile, play for each other, and so the team underperforms, never to recover that of which they are capable. There are many great managers who are publicly acknowledged for a charism that few seem to possess, perhaps the most celebrated being Sir Alex Ferguson, whose success at East Stirling, St Mirren, Aberdeen and Manchester United is legendary, encapsulated in his 2015 book, Leading, Lessons in Leadership from the legendary Manchester United manager. JM, or Mike Brearley, OBE of Middlesex, captain of the England cricket team from 1978 to 81, was himself a barely modest batsman, an excellent slip fielder, but truthfully was picked for his captaincy. He certainly achieved great things and brought the best out in his players, notably Bob Willis and Ian Botham, journeyman players hitherto, national heroes thereafter. In 2015, he had the accolade of being named our greatest ever cricket captain. His 1985 book, The Art of Captaincy, continues to be a bestseller. Brearley's later career as a psychoanalyst and psychotherapist, motivational speaker and writer bears ample testimony to his leadership abilities. All of which inexorably brings us back to St Paul's exhortation of the church in Corinth, for which read each one of us, called to play our part in any team, fulfilling our God-given potential under wise leadership. We're saying our heartfelt thanks and farewells to Bishop Martin next Sunday, praying for his successor as we always pray for our bishop daily at evening prayer or evensong, and now we pray for our acting bishop-elect, Graham Knowles. Prayers are now also asked for the appointment of the next Archbishop of Canterbury, while here we rejoice in the leadership of this cathedral, the upcoming revision of our master plan, 5 years into its decade of reference, and the collaborative valuing of so much ministry and mission across a large team. May we always take to heart the call to pray for our leaders within the church and the world beyond our bounds, not least as I speak these words in the days after the portentous inauguration of the new President of the United States of America. God bless, and love from me, Mark.